Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Steven here, and as IGN continues to cover Destiny 2 as one of their IGN firsts, we keep learning more and more about Destiny 2's story, the investment game, the weapons that are coming, and now we get to finally see what I've been wanting to see for a long time, and I was afraid it wasn't going to be in the game, but it is, because we've seen it right here. Thank you, IGN. Thank you, everybody at Bungie. That Voidwalker, we've seen it in action. I've shown some video up here, also linked at the bottom in the description below. It did not disappoint me. We saw some Sentinel gameplay too, and whoever was playing the Titan was wrecking everybody in there with the double kills and Rampage, and it was really great. I was literally like, whoa, this person's real good. I hope we get to see more class gameplay from them. But we get to see both the classes in action, and they're both by far my favorites. In Destiny 1, I loved Voidwalker on the Warlocks. It was just so great to play. Throwing a giant Nova Bomb that just explodes and kills a bunch of people is just always in my mind was so cool. And I love scatter grenades. Just when you get the exotic that homes in for the scatter grenades, they're just deadly in PvE. But we'll see what happens. I really want to get a feel for one of these two so I can know what to play when Destiny 2 launches on September 6th. But let's get the video started. I want to take a look at the Voidwalker. This is the biggest thing for me, and the other two stuff I'll get to. But now, to my knowledge, we don't have a Voidwalker skill tree up yet, so we can't speculate too much about what the skills the Voidwalker might have. But from IGN's video, we do get to see a little bit of the Voidwalker in action. And in certain parts of the video, we get to see him throw some scatter grenades. So it's good to know, again, those, I already said, those are back. I'm glad those have come back to the game. Hopefully there's an exotic for him, because if they do have an exotic, I'm sold on that class, and I might main that for Destiny 2. And then we also see them throw a Nova Bomb, and that's apparently to the Destiny 1 Nova Bomb, this new Nova Bomb was significantly slower, and didn't have a trail behind it, and it was following, and actually tracks the targets, and I'll slow it down the video here, because it might be a little tough to see, but it actually does track the target around a corner, and they swap to another character's camera to get it, and it's a double kill. Now, we don't know if Nova Bombs are going to have tracking installed automatically, and that's just what the new Nova Bomb is, or that's going to be a perk. I'm going to go off of it is a perk since it was a perk in Destiny 1, so maybe in Destiny 2 they just went all the way with it, and now it's not as fast, but it's super slow moving, and it can really, really track you. But the biggest shock for me was when the Warlock jumped and blinked. Blink is back in Destiny 2, and I'm not sure how I feel about it. In Destiny 1, it felt like it was the Hunter and the Warlock kind of both had Blink, and for a long time, Blink was very powerful. Blink shotgunning was a big problem, and the Titan didn't really have a counter for that, and I mained a Titan in Destiny 1, and I always felt like in the PvP game, I was always having problems fighting against Blinkers. Now, the Warlock's got the Blink back, and I'm fine with that. It's okay. If every class has something specific to a jump, like there's something that makes their jump specific, they might not, but if they did, that would be cool. I'm fine with just the Warlock having Blink. I don't know I have two classes that have Blink, because Blink was such a big problem. And they fixed it in Destiny 1, they got it under control, but it did feel like it took a while, so I just really hope that in Destiny 2, we're gonna see maybe Blink they've taken the time that they've learned from Destiny 1 and really refined Blink to make it usable. Because there are some instances where, the player still knocks into walls because he didn't jump that exact angle that Blink got. So maybe Blink might have some disadvantages that we just don't know about yet, because we're just seeing it. And moving on to the Sentinel, there wasn't much of anything to see. We see him, hit people with the shield, things we've already seen from the gameplay premiere in the reveal trailer, and him throwing the shield and missing, but as the shield can ricochet off and hit multiple people. He does get a double kill with it, and again, whoever the player is just great. The biggest thing I got from the Sentinel was the exotic. I believe this was the exotic he's using in his primary slot, was the machine gun. The thing was, once it got spinning up, it just wrecked. It felt like it wrecked everybody he was coming across, because he was getting, I think he got a Rampage with it at some point. It was just unbelievable. So I know what exotic I'm going to be looking forward to in the next game, and what I'm going to try to get as soon as I possibly can, if that's any control of mine. Moving on in the video, we see that the control also gets revamped, and IGN did a nice little video where they just talk about with Lars Barkin, he's the Crucible design lead on Destiny 2, and I believe on Destiny 1, but we'll say he's on Destiny 2, and the changes and revamps coming to Destiny 2's take on control, but there are still flags, there's still 3 flags, but each team will already start with their A or C point flags pre-captured, and he mentions that he didn't want to slow down the teams in the beginning of the match, because what happens in Destiny 1 now is you have maybe 2 people stand back on A or C, and they sit there for 30 seconds while they capture the point, and then they leave. They really wanted to get everybody in the B point. So we're already going to start with A and C. Everyone can just head to B and really get that clash, and the team that outmaneuvers the other team gets B point. And I'm not sure if this is a new point system, but this point system works in that if you get 1 point when you capture the flag, and if your team gets 2 flags, this is an example, if you have 2 flags, if you have B and C, and you get a kill, that kill is now worth 2 points. If you have 1 point and you get a kill, that kill is only worth 1 point. If you have 3 flags and get a kill, that kill is worth 3 points. First team to 75 points wins the match. The flags are also going to be transparent on the capture points because, and to be honest, it could get very aggravating when you're trying to fire at somebody and they're, you don't know where they are because maybe the flag's covering up too much or you can't get a good shot off. So those are going to be, the closer you get to the flags, the more transparent they're going to become, and it hopefully won't mess with your line of sight and shooting that much. Coming away from what we just learned about the Voidwalker, the Sentinel, and Crucible 2.0, and the beta's coming up soon, I'm going to get my chance to have my hands on the Sentinel and give it a spin. And as for Control, when I heard that it was coming back to Destiny 2, in the beta specifically, I was a little bummed because I really did want to see like maybe a second new game mode. But I was at least hoping, and Bungie did answer for me, that the beta was going to at least have 2 game modes. When I heard it might only be 1, it was just going to be Countdown, I was like, oh man. But now that Control is going to be coming back, that's fine. But now that I remembered and going and seeing the new Control as 4v4 and not 6v6, I've changed my mind a little bit on getting, my hands on the control points and getting into Control in the beta. Sentinels are looking as good as the Voidwalkers. The Voidwalker looks amazing. Control has really re-piqued my interest, and September 6th cannot get here soon enough. I'm really hyped for this. But anyway, thanks for watching the video, guys, and staying up to date with me on Destiny 2. And if you want to stay up to date with me, feel free to subscribe to the channel and like the video. It does help a lot. I'm also going to link both of the gameplays, the Warlocks, Voidwalker, and the Titan Sentinel, and the Control discussion IGN has with Lars Bakken, down in the description below. Thanks for stopping by, guys, and I'll keep up to date. Bye.